I was watching an interview yesterday. It was Shannon Sharpe interviewing Steve Harvey on his podcast, on Shannon Sharpe's Club Shay Shay podcast. And as I was watching it, haven't watched the whole thing yet, but I began to think about Steve Harvey's answers and analyze what he was saying. And first of all, don't take this the wrong way. This isn't just cheap criticisms of somebody who's pretty successful in life.
Top-rated radio personality.
Yeah.
Popular game show and TV host.
Yeah.
Producer, actor, writer, fashion entrepreneur, media mogul, investor, motivational speaker, and innovative business leader, active humanitarian and global philanthropist, a true Renaissance man, none other than the great Steve Harvey. Steve.
All that. Best intro I've ever had.
Did I leave anything off?
I probably did, but don't worry about it.
The card on is so big, Steve.
But it's, honestly, I'm appreciative and grateful that he would be willing to be so honest and open in front of so many people. I think at the time I watched it, 1 million people had watched it. So that's pretty good, and that's a pretty big audience. And he was open and honest and talking about his success, his failures, his experiences. So I have a certain admiration for that he is willing to do that. So this isn't cheap criticism, it's just responding and thinking about his responses, which I think would be his desire, not just to get people to watch him, but probably to learn from him. And I began to think about one of his answers. He talked about sleep. I believe sleep is incredibly important. I believe a good day starts the night before when you go to sleep. But one of the things he said is, how can you sleep 8 hours a night and be successful in the United States of America?
That's a cost for everything.
Correct.
You know, you don't get to where we are, people like this. You don't get here free.
Right.
This come with a cost.
Right.
Just it. You know, people, they got mad at me one time because I did drop the video where I was talking about if you want to get rich, you can't sleep 8 hours.
Right.
And then here come all the haters online talking about Steve Harvey prefers wealth over health. No, I don't. I would give anything to be fully healthy.
Right.
But at the same time, if you're trying to get it and talking about it really have it, you got to lock and load, man.
Right.
You ain't if you sleep 8 hours, you sleep a third of your life. One third of your life is spent sleep. Now you tell me how you gonna get successful in the United States of America and you sleep a third of your life. Help me understand that, how that's possible.
Now that's true. I believe it will cost you something. But if you look at his life, you have to begin to think, is the success he achieved worth the price he paid? Is that success worth it? Is there a better way? Or is it the wrong success? He began to talk about the mistakes and the things that he suffers now. Talked about his health. He's 66 years old. He's older, so there are some things to be expected no matter what. But he says health is wealth. He said he would give anything to be healthy right now. I wonder if that means he would give up all the prior success he had, if that would mean he would be healthy. He's been very successful. A lot of money, property, businesses, fame, whatever it is. Would he be willing to give that up? He was then asked about his marriages. He's married and divorced a couple times. And he talks honestly about those times. Was that the price of success? Was that the cost of success? And it's raining outside a little bit, so if you hear the wind bounce off the windshield, sorry. And he also talks about how he was trying to make some business deals and trying to keep growing and making money and being successful. And ultimately those ventures failed, and he came back home and he says that God told him to go home and sit down. Just look at what I've given you. And he talks about how he lost perspective and didn't realize all that he already had in life.
Man, God said, I want you to go home. And I came back out the country and I just went home. He said, I know you're asking me for a lot of stuff, but I want you to just take a minute and look at everything I done gave you. Look at everything I done done for you. Now just let me know you all right, and then we'll go from there.
Right.
Was that the cost of success? Is success gonna cost you perspective, marriage, relationships, health, sleep? Is the quote price of success that high? Is that success? Or would we flip it and say success is good relationships, the ability to sleep at night, good health, gratitude, and perspective? Because if you just go by what business and commercials say is success, then yeah, it's going to cost you a lot. And you aren't going to be able to get all the sleep that you probably need. I'm not saying be lazy and sleep all day. No, there's a time to work, but there's a time to take care of your body and your health. You can't be productive if you're sick. So the question really is, what is success? Do we define success by money and fame and a long list of accomplishments that takes a minute and a half to get through, like it did on that show, which those are all real things. He's been incredibly successful if you count all of those things that way. And I do agree, and I believe that is a sign of success. But in order to be successful, I think it's better to define success and then aim for those things. Maybe redefine success. Redefine it not just in dollars and businesses and popularity, but define it in terms of health, in terms of peace, in terms of relationship. And if we do it like that, then you can be successful in any nation, any culture, any economy, not just the United States of America.